Dear Harstem, I've had to deal with Zerg for what feels like ages, and I'm not sure what to do. I feel like every time I get ahead with a successful push, they just stack switch and win the game anyway. Are mutas Imba, or do I suck? Because it feels like every time I'm in a winning position, it's stolen from me. All capital on the stolen, of course. Alright, Mr. Basher Slice. Let's have a look to see if Zerg is Imba or if you suck, and specifically Mutalisk, I think was the issue here that you mentioned. So let's hop straight into it here on Simulacrum, one of the older maps actually. Curious how we got a new replay on one of the old maps. That's gonna be interesting to think about. Alright, we have ourselves here Mr. Basher Slice, who is a 4.4k player, Protoss. Not sure what server he's on, but maybe my editor managed to find out, and there will be a little pop-up now. And he's struggling with Mutalisk. Now, whenever you see someone struggle with Mutalisk, this is usually because of a couple of reasons. A, they don't build anti-air. B, they don't have base defense. And C, they attack into someone who has Mutalisk and lose into a base trade. These are the usual reasons why people lose against mutas. A lot of the time, the correct play to do against mutas is just to do nothing and get cannons and batteries. And just sit there till you have max supply and then you move out while chronoing out phoenixes, basically, off of a single Stargate. Majority of the time, this is going to be enough against phoenixes. So, the main things we're going to be looking at here is, of course, the early game. Then see how he transitions into a mid game, what his economical position is, and then how he deals with mutas eventually. But we always start with the build order, and so far this is looking absolutely fantastic. Boys. I'm loving this. So Cybercore goes down at 160 minerals. See, only 10 minutes late. This is something I could do as well. 21st probe. Gets an assimilator. Please. Okay, assimilator's one supply late. Oh, gets the pylon before the assimilator. That's definitely an error. Stops work with production. Yeah, it's a bit yikesy here. You're supposed to get a 21 assimilator, 22 pylon, never stop pro production, of course. But we can forgive him for these minor errors if what he says is true and Mutalisk are actually broken. Then it doesn't matter if you have an assimilator 3 seconds earlier. I mean, if they're actually broken, then it doesn't even matter at all what you do, because Mutalisks are gonna win anyway. So Stargate, man, this is the second week in a row where we have a guy actually doing sensible stuff in the first 3 minutes, which is just fantastic to see, you know? I almost feel like I need to speed this up a bit, because this just looks so beautiful. It's like, there's no real point going over this because it's actually correct. Like he's doing the correct things. He's following a build order. He's making sensible moves. Look, he doesn't lose his probe. He has an adept for scouting the third base. He has a stalker for clearing this overlord. He's gonna get a second gate a little bit too fast, maybe. Okay, there's some. Yeah, okay. You're not supposed to get a probe cut at this point. That's not good. You're also supposed to get a second pylon before your second gateway. That way it's easier to get a third unit and a second oracle. But we can forgive all of those minor mistakes in the build order, because the general idea here is just working for him. You know, it's... Wow, my god, that's a battery. Oh no, he's an idiot. It's gonna be one of those games, huh? Alright, the reason you don't build a battery when you're playing Oracle is because you have a freaking Oracle, and Oracle kills everything. You've seen a third base. What are you gonna need a battery for? What's he gonna build off of 3 bases? It's just gonna be links. It's worst case scenario, it's Banelinks, and even then you're gonna have 2 Oracles. Oh my god, I hate it. And people will be like, oh, it's only 100 minerals. In general, it's a good investment. I don't care. It's a bad investment. It's not a good investment. You're wrong. You're not supposed to build a battery at this point. You're supposed to be getting a faster third base. And you're floating 400 minerals already. Why is this overlord not being cleared? The peeping Tom is in front of your window. It is. My boy Basher Slice here is a girl changing. Or a man changing. Can be either. Just coming out of the shower. He looks out of his window. And he sees a guy in a long leather coat, you know, one of those that goes all the way down to the legs, camera in the hand, and my boy Basher Slice, you know what he does? He just stands there, you know? It's like continues with whatever it's doing. Now you could say, oh, that's not that bad, but this fella is taking pictures and everything. Like Basher Slice. Cover up, close your window, call the police. In this case, the police is this stalker. They could just walk here and shoot the peeping Tom. Like, this is not what you're supposed to do. My friend, take out this overlord. Why would you give someone free information when you can make them pay for it through an OnlyFans account? That's the real question I have here for you. With different prestige, it's quite the supply block as well. 830 minerals. Third base is way too late. Should be going down generally not after 4:10. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. If you do it after 4 minutes and 10 seconds, you've made a mistake already. Now, I realize that you've made many mistakes in your life, so this seems to just be adding on top of a pile of... Why do you have 2 batteries? You know, a battery was wasted if it only uses 2 energy. If you can't even see that it used energy when you zoom in on it, there's 2 batteries. What's wrong with you? It's such a terrible structure to build this fast. To be fair, for me, it would be a mistake to build this battery. But for my man Basher Slicer, it doesn't matter, because he seems to be very happy with just having a 1k bank at all times. A little bit of a buffer, you know? How anti-American of him to actually have some savings. Huh. 2 gates going down, Robo, Twilight. He's absolutely lost. Man, I can't believe how quickly this went from, man, this guy actually plays a build order, this is gonna be great, to him just throwing down all the buildings that he knows the names of in rapid succession. Because he, for some reason, is incapable of taking extra base. Like, literally what you can do, you can just move here with 5 units. No, okay, if there's 20 links, you can move here with 3 adepts, 2 oracles and a probe. And if he jumps on top of your probe, you can kill 8 links. Like, if you activate the oracles in time. But instead, what my boy Basher Slice does... Basher Slice? Yeah, Basher Slice. What my boy Basher Slice does over here is... He just sits at home, you know? Just sits here. Just behind his batteries, behind his wall. Gets a prism. 8 gateways. It is absolutely fantastic. The thought process, I'm not sure what he's thinking. He's like, oh, that's a lot of links. Like, opponent is 23 workers ahead right now. We do have some pretty decent production, I have to say, which is, I guess, something to have. 8 gates, no tech. Well, charges tech, but no forge. 9 more drones for the... Zerg really doesn't give a crap either, by the way. Holy. Zerg sees 2 base. It's like, you know what, probably is the right call here. I just add a spore on my 4th base and get a couple more gases. Overlord speed, road speed, bailing speed, +1. 74 drones, seems alright here. It's literally up 30 workers. Literally up 30 workers. It's just absolutely amazing to watch. The best part is there's gonna be some guys in the comments going, I can't believe this is 4.4k. Man, I'm high gold and my games look way better than this. I'm gonna have to break it to you guys, but your games don't look much better than this. It's gonna be so much worse. This is it's absolutely the best part about reading the comments of the Is it Imba do I suck? Is the guys that are high silver and complaining about a Masters 1 player sucking. It's like, man, this guy is so much worse than me. I can't believe I'm stuck in silver 1, lol. Alright, we have enough bashing on the lower leagues. We have a we got a little move out here. As Basher Slice managed to take out this 4th base. Now, in theory, this is something that looks quite nice, right? But this is the tuned up car without an engine move, is what I call it. It's like the car that can make that can go up and down, you know? It's like the and has like real nice. Do you call it a body of a car? I think so. It's like a good car body. Like, you know, it's, I don't know, gold or red. You know, it's shiny, you know, well cleaned. And then you ask Basher Slice, hey Basher Slice, that's a good looking car, man. How fast does it go? And he's like, it doesn't drive. There's no engine. No inside. Just all outside. And that's the same with this move. He walks across the map, kills the fort base, and people go like, wow, man, he denied the fort. This game is looking tight. And then you look back at what my boy Basher Slice has, and he has an army consisting of 5 sentries, barely getting 60 workers, not a single attack upgrade, and he's getting Storm, which that's actually something I like. I'm not sure why I was hating on that. I mean, I do get Storm a lot as well. I take back the hating on the Storm, and I'd like to formally apologize to Basher Slice and all other Protosses who might have thought for a second there that Storm was a bad call. Storm is always a good call. Let's have a quick look at what my boy Basher Slice is doing here. Just his scouting information at the 9-minute mark. So far, Basher Slice is aware that this base is being rebuilt. In Basher's mind, there is, well, this gas isn't even done yet for Basher. There's no gas here. There's no gases here. So right now, Zerg is on 3 gas and on hatchery tech. I doubt Basher had the clarity of mind to click on one of the units, so he probably thinks he's 0-0 as well. Now in reality, we have a 6 gas, that's on layer, has a spire, 2 evos, which only one is being used, but I can forgive him for that, a roach warren and a baneling nest, and baneling speed done, and roach speed done. And someone with 198 capacity who's still building 6 more overlords, so if Basher Slice was aware of this, he knew for sure to not target overlords in the next fight. But he also would know, perhaps, that's wise to build a couple of phoenixes, or perhaps a cannon here and there. Now, this is always one of the key moments in a Protoss' life, is when mutas fly in and you're not prepared. This is where we separate the boys from the men. This is where we separate the GPL 2016 winners from the non-GPL 2016 winners. What is the reaction to the Mutalisk? Actually pulls away. Looks pretty decent here. Attacks across the map. And he's going for the base trade scenario. Now, the beauty of the base trade is that it never works against Muta. If it's done like this. Like, it only works if the base trade was a decision. But this wasn't a decision. This was, oh crap, I'm out of position. I think I'm gonna attack. Now, I'm not saying that Basher Slice is necessarily gonna lose, but I don't think he's winning either, because he just lost every single gas unit he had in his army to 4 banelings. It is just absolutely great. This also, by the way, was only 6 meters. Oh wow, the game's actually over. Man, I thought it was gonna be a real long replay. Let me talk a bit more though. So, another thing I want to talk about is it's not just him losing everything to 4 banelings, but also 6 Mutalisk. So this was 6, I can count, 7 Mutalisk. This is what I call the muta reaction that people always do, is they see 7 mutas and they go, oh, I can't believe he managed to get out 25 mutas. It's time for me to base trade because there's no way I can get anti-air. Well, if you actually warp in 4 stalkers against this, you're probably gonna be fine and you can just play it out normally. Because 7 mutas actually isn't that much. He still had a single phoenix as well, so 4 stalker and a phoenix can probably just push this away and probably give it some chase as well. And then all you do is you clear this base and then you piss off back home when you're on 4 bases and probably still at 65 workers. But instead, he evacuates 2 bases completely because of 7 mutas, then walks up a ramp. I kind of want to see this one in slow motion again because this is one hell of a fight. Now let's count the force fields we have available here, alright? Wait, I need to open my thing for that. That is, oh, I can see energy when I'm on post. Okay, so this is about, well, that's 4, 8, 6, let's say 18 force fields. It's a rough estimation. He also, well, he used to have about maybe 5 storms. Let's see exactly what he does with his spells here, okay? 5 storms, I think, alright? 4 storms, okay. 4 storms, 18 force fields. No, 5 storms, this guy comes in. Okay, so no force fields yet, no force fields yet, no force fields yet. Storm number 1, boom, boom. Good storms, hitting a lot, killing a lot of links, a lot of damage. No force field, no force field, no force field, no force field. Storms, pretty decent storms, doesn't really kill. Okay, every spellcaster just died. Well, Mr. Better Slice. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. It's time for your evaluation. Now, you said mutas were OP, but really your early game was absolutely terrible. You were down 30 workers, was it? 44 to 74, right? Yeah, that was it. At like the 6-minute mark, 6:40, 7-minute mark. Not very good. You did no harass at all with your oracles. You didn't manage to take a third. Your build order made no sense. Forge was too late. Never did a single run by. Scouting was atrocious. I dislike your name. I think it's not very good. I'm sorry. That's ad hominem. I'll take that back. Your name is nice. You're a good boy. Your micro was terrible. Your car doesn't have an engine. How are you gonna pick up any girls basher? How are you gonna do it? You can't. Well, no one can. COVID and all. Let me think. Yeah, and then you completely overreacted to the mutas. It was 7, man. It wasn't mass muta. It was 7 mutas. How can you lose that? That's just impressive. You're impressive at sucking because you suck. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Is It Imba or Do I Suck? Now, if you did like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you didn't like this, don't forget to support me on Patreon, Twitter, and Twitch. If you want to see more of this, there's a video over here. And if you want to see my latest video, which technically is this video, so I'm gonna put a link of this. No, just kidding. Yesterday's video is here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.